Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my game of Return to Frostgrave. I am playing a solo game of Frostgrave. I use most of the rules, I would say 90-95% of the rules, but I do have some homebrew that I've come up with for my own solo needs. I have made these available as a free PDF. Check the video description, there's a link where you can go get it. But basically, I ramp up the complexity of the scenario based on the level of the wizard. And that basically is controlled by a column that I roll on for wandering monsters that do appear at the end of every turn. So versus not picking up a treasure, but just at the end of every turn or every round, a new monster appears. There are some business things to take care of, so let me go ahead and do that while I'm talking to you. The first thing is the placement of 2 regular tokens to be picked up, plus 1 magical weapon slash armor roll. These go 24 inches from the starting edge of the player. I'm assuming a 3-foot by 3-foot area. So 24, and I usually put them 6 to 8 in. I like to hide them. Makes my wizard have to search. So I'm going to put it right here. It's 24 this way and probably about 13 in. And then I'm going to place the other one on the other side, 24 inches from the player edge, and which is here. And so I'll place this one right here inside this tomb. And then the last one is in the midpoint, and it's 6 inches back from the midpoint, which is going to put it right, well, going to put it right here in the middle. Yep, right there. All right, and then lastly, there is this is for my own game, for my custom rules. I have what's called a secret locale token. It is placed 8 inches from the really good one, the one that's put here 6 inches back from the rear side. You roll a random movement die. It's going to be all the way back on the very back edge, which is good for me, but also if a monster should appear here, not so good. All right, there are some other business items to attend to. I do not have to roll for I have a spell called Animate Construct. In the last visit to the city, the video prior to this one, I successfully rolled up a medium construct, and it didn't get destroyed, so I'm keeping it. It replaces one of my crew. Now, I did spend a total of 350 gold to buy 3 men-at-arms and 1 barbarian. So I've gotten rid of all my thugs, and I've upgraded my warband with, now I have 4 men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are standard soldier types. So they're a little beefier than thugs, but they do cost money. And then for my specialists, I have an apothecary, 2 archers, and a barbarian. The barbarian is represented by this blue lizard guy who I just love, with a hammer on his shoulder. I also used construct oil, which I found in a previous episode, and what it does is it allows you to apply it to a construct, and it increases their movement by 1. So normally the medium construct would move 5, now it can move 6, and that is a permanent upgrade as long as he doesn't get destroyed. And then the last thing I have to do, this is, I am a level 10 or 11 wizard, and this is the 4th visit to the city. So the 4th visit to the city, when you're a wizard level 8 to 14, is a basic game, which I've just laid out, but you also will place a vampire, werewolf, or frost giant on the far edge middle. And so I have to roll for that. And basically you just roll a d6. A 1 to 2 is a vampire, 3 to 4 is a werewolf, and a 5 to 6 is a frost giant. I rolled a 4, which is a werewolf. And I'm going to tell you from my past experiences, I hate werewolves. Vampires, not so much. Frost giants can be pretty tough, but the werewolves are always dangerous. All right, let me get my werewolf out, and we will get going. I have a pretty cool werewolf mini somewhere. Actually, I have a bunch of them. Okay, we have a werewolf, and he is going to start on the opposite side. Okay, well, that's one saving grace. All right, I have nothing else to do. I do get a free warhound, which is what I'm going to take. Warhound is from my kennel, which is an upgrade to my base, and I basically just, if he dies, I get a new one. You know, just you keep replacing or training them. So I have my medium construct out. I'm going to get the Warhound out. Well, it's not a card. I think it's the same as a wild dog, but I'll double check. And then lastly is the werewolf, which I got to get him out. Werewolf is 7 movement, +4 fight, 11 armor, and 12 health, and it is an expert climber, which means it will go. I mean, it's going to move randomly, but once it spots me, it can go over terrain, anything it wants. So, we'll see. All right, first things we got to do now that we're getting moving is I have to get my wizard activated. Now, the real question is, do I want the... I'm going to keep the wolf close to my wizard, and that will make 3 that I can do a group activation. My archers are going to move independently. I want them free to roam, get high, you know, maybe spot things. And then my apprentice over here has the apothecary and 2 men-at-arms. So I think that's going to be for the best. Now all of my characters can move 6, including the medium construct. So they will be doing their maximum move early in the game. I do not know where the treasure tokens are. I can't see them from where I am, so we're going to have to explore. So the wizard will go to the left. The apprentice will go to the right. We'll see how this goes. Let's get going. All right. Wizard will move. I'm going to group activate. Everybody's going to move. I'm going to put the construct in front of me, the wizard behind, the barbarian to the left, and the knight to the rear. 1, 2, 3. And the dog will just have to catch up during soldier phase. Now the wizard is going to cast a spell. We are going to cast... and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that I hear that werewolf. Oh, so the werewolf, by the way, let me look him up. I think... No, vampires can only hit by magical weapons. Werewolves are different. Werewolf. They are not shapeshifters, but are human hybrid. It doesn't say anything about magic weapon attacks, so they can be hit by normal weapons. However, I want to boost my guys as good as I can. So the first thing I'm going to do when the game starts is I'm going to cast Enchant Weapon on my Barbarian, give him +5. I rolled an 11. I needed an 8. So my Barbarian will go up to, I'll star his weapon. Now he has a 2-handed, which does +2 damage, and his fight goes from 4 to 5. And what I do, just so you know how to track this, on my whiteboard here, I usually red star a weapon if it's been magic, enhanced, and then I change the stat to red so that when the game is over, I'll erase the red and reset them back to what they are. All right. I'm not going to double move my guys, so that is the end of the wizard. And also, I am going to track successful spells. So that was a successful spell. And let me tell you, if you're new to this game, always track your spell casts successfully and your failed. They're worth XP. You want to track them. I have made so many mistakes in the past of forgetting to track my XP. XP is... That is how your wizard gets more powerful, lowers their spells, gets more health, survives longer, and gets hopefully more money and builds a better warband. So do not forget to upgrade or to track your successful and failed spells. All right, the apprentice, same thing. Movement of 6. We're going to go this way. Movement, we're moving out. I'm going to put the apothecary here, you there, and the men-at-arms in front. They're all men-at-arms, but... and then the apprentice is also going to cast Enchant Weapon. I'm going to cast that on the men-at-arms in front of me there. I need a 10. I rolled a 4. I missed by 6. I am not going to take 6 points to bring that up. So instead, I will take 1 point of damage for a failed spell. If it's between 5 and 9, it's 1 point. And this missed by 6. So I am down to 17 health. And that is a failed spell. All right, for the solo game, between the apprentice phase and the soldier phase is the monster phase. So we're going to spin around here, and we're going to see what the werewolf is going to do. My good friend Robert here in Atlanta, I'm going to keep giving you shout outs, Robert. He gave me this directional die. I cannot believe I've played years and years and years of war games and never invested in a directional die. I just never have. But he finally, I think he's giving me a hint. I think he watches my videos. He's like, dude, start using this. So here we go. All right, it's going to move this way. And remember, the werewolf moves 7. So he's going to move way over here. Now he cannot see me, thankfully. So we'll roll for his next movement. And he's going to move forward 3.5, which puts him up against the wall. So remember, he can go over that wall if he ends up going that direction. He does not have to go around it. Now we come around to the soldier phase, which is my 2 archers and my wolf. I'm gonna whistle to the wolf to do full movement. The wolf, that's a warhound. I keep forgetting. Let me get his stats real quick. I don't have a card for him, and I really should get a warhound card. He has a movement of 8, fight +1, armor 10, health 8. I'm going to write that down on my chart here. The warhound is fight +1, a move of 8, armor 10, and health 8. All right. I don't need to worry about his shoot or his will because there's not a lot going to be going on with those stats. All right. I'm going to move him 8. He's going straight ahead. And he ends up right there. I'm not going to have him double move. I'm just going to have him stay in front of us. And then my archer, I want this archer who, they all can move 6. He'll move 6 to right here. And this thing is 5 inches tall. So 5.5, so 11. So if he moves 9 on his next turn climbing, he will not be able to get all the way up. It's going to take 2 full turns for him to get up here. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm going to send this archer with the, I'm going to send him with the apprentice. He'll move 6 and he'll move 3 and he is done. All right, that is the end of the round. Now, at the end of each round, I will roll for a new wandering monster. This always makes me nervous. This is going to be a good game, but if I have to flee the field too early, it's really going to stink because I'm here for the loot. Now, because my wizard is a level 11, I believe, I will be rolling on the second column. So I roll a d20, and whatever comes up is what's going to appear, and it's going to be a 4, which is a wraith. All right, I do have a wraith. I fought one in the last game. Was it a wraith? Yeah, it was. I fought a wraith in the last game. So let me get that miniature out. And thank you, Terrain Holic. I really like your suggestion. I used it in the last game. I'm going to roll a d20, and I'm just going to place it starting here. Think of a clock, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I rolled a 16, so that will be right over here. Ooh, it's behind my apprentice. Okay, it is now the wizard's phase. Let's get going. Now, in my world, the wizard and the apprentice, when they split up, unless it's something critical, they're looking for loot. The wizard trusts the apprentice to do what's right. I'm not going to be going to their rescue, so he is just moving on this way. They don't even know about the wraith, by the way. Although this guy could. Nope, he can't see the wraith. All right. He will once he gets up high, but he doesn't have a magic weapon, and that thing can only be hit by magic weapons. Okay, gonna have to remember that. The wizard will move 6 straight ahead. The medium construct's in front, barbarian to the right, and the knight to the left. Got to protect the wizard. And then the wizard is going to cast enchant weapon again. I want to put this on my, I already did my barbarian. I'm going to put this on the knight. Well, I call him a knight. He's a man-at-arms. I rolled a 4. I needed an 8. Excuse me. I'll take the 4 points. I'm down to 16 health, but it is a successful spell, which means the knight will go to he will go to +4 fight. he has a magic weapon. All right. That is all I can do for the wizard phase. Over here, the scream of the wraith is heard by my man-at-arms. We really don't want to do anything until we can deal with the man-at-arms. So the wizard, the apprentice, gets everybody to move, and I'll also engage the archer. They move. Now my apprentice is going to cast enchant weapon on the archer, which is horrible because, no, if it's going to be successful, I need it on the weapon guy. Because on the archer, you can only cast it on an arrow. You get one shot. That's it. So the this guy right here, he is normally +3. I'm going to try to roll a 10. I got a 19. So that is my dwarf spear guy. He is going to go to 4 fight, and he has a magic weapon. And that is a successful spell cast. It is now the enemy's phase. All right, the wraith can move 6. The wraith will move right at him. Now, I do have an ally that will snap to it. If it's within a half an inch, it's supposed to be like they're an ally. This is, and I do have a magic weapon. The wraith is +2, and my man-at-arms is plus. Well, he's +4 now, but he gets +2 with the ally. You know what I should have done? I should have put him here, but that was a bad move. Yeah, I should have swapped out that man-at-arms with my archer. I can still do that. My archer is not going to engage. He's going to go in. Yeah, I would have not sent my archer in with a dagger. I would have never sent him in with a dagger. So we have a man-at-arms. So it's +3, 4, +2 is +6 versus the wraith's +2. I'm blue. I rolled a 16 to his 8. 16 plus 6 is 22. Minus 10 is 12. It only has 6 health, and I successfully dispel the wraith. All right, let's go over to the werewolf. See where he heads. All right, he's going to move back. Well, he only goes back to the edge, and then he's got something. He's scenting something, and then he's going to go this way, 3.5, and he cannot see me, so that's good. But it's not good because it just means my guys are getting closer to him, and he's going to pounce. Soldier phase. This one is going to start climbing. I'm just going to lay him down here, which means on the next turn, he will be up there. My apothecary is the one that didn't, well, since I reset it, now I will have him. If he gets up here, he does have windows, and I would assume that if you're up against a window, you would have, I'm going to do that. He can move 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to say he's climbing, and he'll have to keep climbing to get really high, but I want to send my archers up as high as I can. That is the end of the soldier phase. The warhound. I'm going to move him his full 8, which puts him up here, and he's going to stay put there. And now we roll for a new wandering monster. Again, it's on page 177. I rolled a 7, which is a boar. Okay, I do have a boar right here. I have 3 of these. Where does he appear? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 would be over there. So the boar can't see anything. I mean, I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to get something, a stick, to mark out where they'd be, but it would be behind this building and not be able to see me. Although it can see the werewolf, but creatures don't attack other creatures in this game. I meant to put all this rough terrain out here. That's all right. Throw it out here. Okay. That was the new monster, and now we go back to the wizard phase. The wizard. right here. The wolf sees the treasure, but doesn't know it. Everything will move up 6, so he will move here. Wizard will move right behind him. Pets the dog. Barbarian to the right. Knight to the left. And I'm going to cast. I'm trying to boost up my heroes here, so I will roll. What do I want to cast? Maybe I cast Fog to keep a creature from seeing me. The werewolf keeps howling, so I know somewhere on the playfield there is a wolf or a werewolf. I probably suspect it's a werewolf, but they have a different sound, right? You got to figure you know a werewolf from a wolf. Maybe not. Let's see. What do I cast? Fog. I could cast Heal on myself, which could be useful. Cast Heal on your downtime. But I think I'm going to cast Enchant Armor on. Well, my Barbarian doesn't have armor, so that wouldn't help him because it does have to be armor. Could cast it on my Man-at-Arms, which would break him to 13. Let's do that. I'm going to try to cast Enchant Armor on my Knight. I need to roll an 8. I rolled a 10. So his armor will go up to 13. Enchanted. And that is a successful spell. All right, so far I have 4 successes and 1 failed. And now we will go over to the apprentice. Well, now that the wraith is gone, it's time to press on. So we will move 6. There, and there. And we do not see the treasure. It's tucked in here on the tomb, so we're going to have to get up here to see it. I am going to cast another spell. I'm going to cast Enchant Weapon on my other Man-at-Arms. I need to roll a 10. I rolled a 10. So the samurai will go from fight 3 to fight 4. And that is a magic weapon, and that is another successful spell. Enemies. Come back over here. All right, we have the werewolf. The werewolf is going to move. What did I do with my die? I always misplace my dice when I roll randomly for their movement. There it is. Okay, let's see. Which direction? This is the edge relative to the movement. He's going to move this way, and then he's going to move forward again. So he's sniffing around. He's on to something. I don't know why. Let's come over here to the boar. This way. All right, the boar will be coming at me. The boar has a movement of 6. So it has to go around the building. So it will go 3. It sees me, and it moves ahead 3. And then it will move 3 more, and that will engage with my Man-at-Arms, but he double moved, so he will not attack. That is the end of the enemy round. It is now soldier phase. This one stands up, or he climbs to the top. I can see the boar, but the boar is engaged. I do not want to shoot into combat, so I'm just going to move closer here, and we'll just keep him there. This one right here, all I'll do is just move him up another notch. It's just going to take a while for him to get up high, and he is done. And that is the end of the round. I need to roll for a new enemy. Let's roll for it. A 17 is 2 ice toads. Ice toads. 1 and 2. All right. They're together, so I'll just roll once for where they show up. I rolled a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. They're way over here in this corner. Okay. And I'll get their card in just a second. That is it for the enemy phase or placement phase. End of the round. It is now the wizard phase. Well, my wizard will group activate. I will ask my barbarian to surround the boar along with my medium construct. So once they've all moved, and the wizard will move one here, just back a little bit. Oh, I forgot to move the dog. The dog will... I'm going to have the dog stay put. Now that I've done, I could cast a spell. I am going to cast a spell. The wizard is going to cast heal on himself. I need a 10. I rolled a 13. So I do... Did I just hit the... I need to... I go back up to max 20. And that is a successful spell. That was heal. It heals 5. I'd only lost 4, so I'm at max health. Now, the question is, who do I want to attack? I really like my construct. I don't want to lose him. But, you know, he's kind of like... He's free. He didn't cost me any money. So if I lose the man-at-arms or the barbarian, they're going to cost me money. So I think, logically, I'm going to have the medium construct fight. So the medium construct is +3, but he's got 2 allies helping him. So he gets +2/+2. He is at +7 to the boar's +2. I'm blue. I rolled a 19 to its 7. I think it's dead. 26 minus 12 is 14. It has 8 health, and the boar is slaughtered. Good eating tonight. All right, that one's dead. And that is the end. Well, these guys moved. They could move again, so I will have them move here. And the knight spotted something gleaming over here, so on my next round, I'm going to move towards that, that right there. And that is the end of the wizard phase. Come over here. Can't see the werewolf. All right. The apprentice will keep moving forward. The apprentice will move forward 6. And when we get here, the men-at-arms see something shiny in the doorway. I could move 3. I could do it. I'm going to have him double move here. The apprentice is going to cast... What do I want to cast? That man-at-arms has +4 fight, but I can enchant its armor. Let's do that. I'm going to try to cast enchant armor on the man-at-arms. I need a 10. I got an 8. I will take 2 damage. I'm down to 15. That will be a successful spell. And the man-at-arms now has armor 13. And it's magical. Just enchanted. All right. That is all I'm going to do. It is the enemy phase. All right, so let's come over here. Let's do the werewolf. Where are you going to move, sir? This way, 7. And by the way, yeah, I would totally think he could see me at this point. Yeah, he sees the big hulking guy. He'll move 3.5 towards me, and we now know there is a werewolf. The archer is going to be useful here for ranged. The toads. The toads will move. Well, they move this way. We'll just shift them over here. And, oh no, you know what? The toads would see me, duh. They would move, let me get their cards out. Toad. Ice toad is what they're called. Ice toad. Ice toads can move 4, so they would double move 6. So 6 inches gets them right there and right there. Ugh. All right. Enemy. The boar died. It is now the soldier phase. The wolf will run forward. I'll just keep him up here. He's growling. He sees the werewolf. This soldier, I can totally see the werewolf, but he's partially, he is in cover. So I'm going to move over here, and now I got him. But because I moved, he's going to get +1 to his fight. So he is normally +4. He is +5 to my archer's +2. It's a long shot, but you might as well take it. A 5 to his 11. He dodges my shot. This one right here will climb. And on the next one, I'll put them up here. All right, that is it for soldier phase. New enemy. I rolled an 8, a boar, another one. Okay. Well, if my guys survive, they're going to eat well tonight. Where does this one appear? 16, which is right over here. Okay, hold on. 16, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. Yeah. All right. That is it. It is now the wizard phase. All right. My knight sees the werewolf. My construct sees the werewolf. My dog smells it. We got to get ready for this guy. He can move. We know he can move. So I want to give my archer one more chance. I see the treasures right there, though. Here's the question. You get greedy, and the werewolf... All right, I'm going to move. I'm going to choose to tell her I'm going to do... I want to move my dog back. No, he'll move back on soldier phase. I'm going to move these guys to block this intersection here. All 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. My wizard is going to step up so I can see over them. Let me see if I can see the werewolf. Yeah, of course I can. All right. Got a perfect spot. I am going to try to cast Elemental Bolt. It's my best weapon that I've got. I need to roll a 9 to cast it. I rolled a 17, so that is a successful cast. It does not mean it hits, though. It is a +7 shooting attack against the enemy. So now I'm making a +7 versus a +4. I'm blue. I rolled a 3 to its 17, and it fizzles. It misses, goes right over his head. But that's okay. That's all right. Now it is the apprentice turn. Well, I got these toads breathing down my neck. So I am going to order... I'm going to try an elemental bolt this one. I need to roll an 11. I rolled a nat 20. That should be an automatic kill. But elemental bolt succeeds. It is +7 versus +2 on this one. I rolled an 18 to its 15. Trust me, 25 versus its armor 10. It is dead. And that is another creature killed. All right. I got the ice toad and the werewolf. And another boar. I got to remember that. All right. I'm going to run this men-at-arms. I'm going to double move him. He'll move 9. Oh, which will engage him. Boom. But he can't attack. But that's okay, because hopefully he'll attack and I'll win that one. We'll see. That is, and I can move I can move him and him. I group activated, so everybody's doing their thing. I can't group activate him because he's more than 3.5 inches. He went forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him up, and that will be the movement. Enemy phase. Let's go ahead and deal with the toad. The toad is +2 versus my dwarf with spear who has +4. I'm blue. I rolled a 9 to its 5. 9 + 4 is 13. Minus 10 is 3 damage. It has 2 health left, and it is wounded. The werewolf. Here we go. The werewolf will move directly 7, and then it will move 3.5. The closest is my dog. I hate this, but it's going to engage my dog. But that's good because it double moved, so it can't attack, but it's going to give my guys a chance to gang up on him. That may have worked out really well. And then the boar. Let's come over here to the boar. My wizard fell off my drunk wizard. The boar is going to move. Well, re-roll that. It's going to move this way. The boar moves 6, which puts him here. And he can't see anything. And so he'll move another 3 this way, and that is going to put him where he can see my apothecary. So now I got a wild boar back here who can see them. That is it for the enemy phase. Soldier phase. The soldier. falls to his death. He climbs up. He is going to stand in the doorway. Now, he cannot shoot because he had to double move, but I'm just looking to see what will he see. From up here, he will be able to see the toad, but the toad's engaged. And he will, he can't see the, cannot see the, actually, hold on, can he? No, he cannot. No, there's no way. All right, so he moved. He is good. This one with the treasure. My guys have a standing order. When they get the treasure, they got to get out of dodge. So because he will pick it up now, he can only move half his movement, which is 3. So he can move to right about here. He's heading to the edge. And that is just a standard treasure token. That's the good one I want right there. He moved on the apprentice phase, so he can't attack. That is it for soldier phase. New enemy. New enemy will be a 9. Ice spider. An ice spider. Where does it appear? 17, which is right here, right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, right around here. Spider doesn't really see anything, so he'll move randomly on his turn, and that is the end of the round. All right, I keep these videos under 30 minutes, and that is 30 minutes. Actually, I went a little over. So in the next episode, I'll pick up where I left off. I hope you'll join me. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for watching me play Frostgrave. This is my Return to Frostgrave solo campaign. I will see you in a week. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.